which makes absolutely no sense, but that is fine, simply because I do not have the room. Boyfriend is opening the drawer in the back very slowly. March will be GREEKGODATHON. Hello lovely bookworms, I'm Esmay from Paradise with Pages on Instagram and also on Twitter, and welcome to a new video. Today, as you could have seen from the title, we are doing my February TBR, my February Game of the Books. We're already in the next month. We are once again using my board for this month. Really excited for this. And yeah, I'm not going to show you the books that I've picked for last month. I'm going to do all of that in my wrap up, so that is coming too. But without further ado, let's just start with roll number 1. Hello and welcome to the roll. That's a natural 20. Boyfriend is opening the drawer in the back very slowly. Number 20 is a blue. So let's just start with the first card, and that's a desert book. Okay, that is really interesting. Right, book number 1. So before I get into the book that fits my first prompt, I do want to say that I'm not sure March will be a Game of the Book month, because March will be GREEKGODATHON and I might not want to double that up, but we'll see. GREEKGODATHON is coming. The announcement is coming in February, so stay tuned for that. But for now, February is gonna be my regular board, so let's start with roll number 1. The first one is actually a blue. I had to focus way too much on that. That's a blue, and that's a desert book. This would have been perfect for my round of DESERTATHON, which is coming in, I think, May, but we're not there yet. So for now, we're gonna have to stick with a desert book for a regular round. And the book I've picked for this is actually Nura and the Immortal Palace. I've had this for quite a while. It's a young adult sort of it's a deserty book, but it's about a palace. I really like these types of covers. They're just really, really pretty. And my first book is going to be this one. It is signed. I think I found this in a Waterstones a couple years back, and I just never picked it up since. And it is high time that I do that. So that is book number 1. Moving on to roll number 2. All right, let's continue on to number 2, and let's just start by rolling. That's a 1. That is good. That is a natural 1, and that is a green. So the second will be a blue cover. I think I have quite a few of blue covers. Oh, can you focus on the card? And I think that's gonna be fine. So that's number 2. So roll number 2 is a green blue cover, which makes absolutely no sense, but that is fine. For this one, I have chosen a sequel because I have quite a couple of series that I still need to finish, and I think this one is among those that I did really enjoy and did not expect I would. And so in the month of February, I hope to read the Hawthorne Legacy, which I think is the second book in the Hawthorne Inheritance games. That is what it was called. And as you can see, this is very blue. Like, apart from the text, it is very blue. I think the book underneath, oh, that's black. We'll go with cover. It said cover, not the book itself. And I'm excited to see what will happen in the second book. There were quite a couple of revelations in the first one, and I did enjoy that one. I think I gave it 4 or 5 stars even, so really excited to see if I like this one just as much. Moving on to roll number 3. That was very far, and that is 17. I think making it 48, but we'll see. 38, and that's another blue. Blue is a new purchase. I have quite a few of those, and I think with new purchase I'm also gonna add newly gifted to that. So there's that one. Continuing on to roll number 3. Roll number 3 is actually another blue, and that is blue new purchase. I do have a lot of books that I was gifted, but I don't buy myself books as often as I used to, simply because I do not have the room. As you can see from what is behind me, I'm taking over my boyfriend's entire house. It's my house now too, so he doesn't mind, or at least he tells me that he doesn't mind. Then again, could have been drugs. Books look prettier. So yeah, I don't have that much room, so at the moment I'm not buying a lot of books, but when I do buy one, it's probably a young adult or a high fantasy. And the one I actually bought was this one, and that's Sisters of the Lost Marsh by Lucy Strange. This is about, I think, a set of triplets or sisters, and there's something to do with magic. I don't know, I really was drawn to just the fact that it had some images in there, and I think there's a couple, for example, like these are just beautiful, and I do like a short and sweet book, so I decided to pick this one up. I hope I will really enjoy it. Moving on to roll number 4. Moving on to roll number 4. 2. Wait, let me show you first before I do that. 2. 1, 2, and that is a wild card. That's good. I always like having a wild card in there. So roll number 4 is a wild card, and I could really use that one, and I'm gonna do so. I have to say that I think last month I chose the first book in this series as my wild card, and now I'm gonna choose the second book, which is Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. This I was actually gifted by my boyfriend because I finished the first one, said I did really enjoy it, I would like to get the second one, and he picked up on it and bought me the second one for, I think, Christmas or my birthday. It's either or because they're so close together, but I really enjoyed the first one. This is about an academy of dragon riders, and this is just a continuation from the first book. This one is a lot heftier. It is a huge book in comparison to the first one, but I am nonetheless excited to dive into this one. Moving on to number 5. That said, let's move on to roll number 5, sorry. Roll number 5. Another 2. And that is a blue 2. 1, 2, and that is another blue. And that is the first book in a series. That is interesting. Okay. So number 5 is a blue, and that is blue first in a series. You can't see it when I do this, but it is that one, I assure you. And I do have a lot of first in a series books, but there are a couple that I would like to prioritize, and so I decided to pick just one of those. And for me, that's All the Stars and Teeth by Adeline Grace. This is, I think, about a crew. No, it's about a princess on an island. This is not at all what I thought it would be about. You know what, I'm just not even gonna look into it. I'm just gonna start reading it from the vibes of the cover and see if I enjoy it. So that is gonna be book number 5 for the month of February. And then finally, moving on to the final roll. Moving on to the final roll, roll number 6. They're a little wonky. Go straight, please. 8. That is 8. Oh, I keep losing count. 1, 8, 50, and that is yellow. So that's one of your recommendations or something like that. Something I own. That is a cool one. Okay, that is good. And that is the very final roll of this one. Okay, so the final roll is a yellow. I always really enjoy those because they're recommendations, books I was gifted, books someone talked about, some of your favorite. It has everything to do with this community. And for me, this was something I own. And I do have a couple of books that I bought because of recommendations. I do have a couple of books that I was gifted, but I decided to go for one that I bought myself, and I know one of my good friends, Ashley, loves. I'm pretty sure she has already read this one, but I'm 100% certain she loves the first one. So I'm gonna put on the list Painted Devils by Margaret Owen. This is the continuation of, oh gosh, I can't remember the name now. Little Thieves, that was what it was called. It's a continuation of Little Thieves, and that is Painted Devils. I actually loved Little Thieves, so it is high time that I pick this one up. I have this beautiful Fairy Loot or Lumicrate? I think a Lumicrate actually, a Lumicrate edition, and it has a signed book plate, and it has the most gorgeous of underneath covers. My Little Thieves one also does have this, and it is just beautiful. So I'm really excited to dive all into this book, right into this book, and hopefully I can read it on audio this month because I have a couple big ones on here. But that was my final book. That said, let me just show you the stack of books that I hope to read in February. It's 6 of them. So it is Iron Flame, Painted Devils, the Hawthorne Legacy, All the Stars and Teeth, Sisters of the Lost Marsh, and Nura and the Immortal Palace. I think this is a good combination of books once again, and I feel like once again I've chosen all fantasy, so I'm really getting back into my regular swing of things, and I'm excited to dive into all 6 of these. I hope I can immediately start one of these 6 on the 1st of February, because there's one book that I'm trying to finish now and we're nearly at the end of the month, but we'll see how that will go. That said, I want to thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to our channel and press the little bell icon so you get post notifications every single time that we post, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye!